We've got some more singles action for you here in Zone A, and it's going to be an All-American and All-Tornado match here in the round of 64. It's going to be the all-time great player Todd LOFFREDO on the left side, and on the right side, fellow American, outstanding player in his own right, Mr. Blake Robertson. Again, best 3 out of 5, and all 5 potentially will be played on the Tornado table. Of course, Todd LOFFREDO, many people consider him the greatest player of all time on the American Tour. And in terms of number of world championship on the various types of tables on the United States Professional Tour, I think you can say that, with more than 30 world championships. And he's also, I believe, now won 3 World Cup gold medals and a couple of World Championship multi-table gold medals as well in senior doubles and senior singles. One nothing lead here early on for Blake Robertson. Again, best 3 games out of 5. Blake Robertson had a bye in the first round. Todd LOFFREDO won his opening round match. 5-4, 5-3, and 5-2 over Tamarino. We'll get more information on Mr. Tamarino. And we're even at 1. Single elimination, of course. You lose, you're out. You win, you advance. And that one going to be blocked off that outside wall and in for LOFFREDO, who now leads 2-1 here in this first game. It's Sebastian Tamarino, the player that LOFFREDO beat in the first round. He is from Argentina. 2-2 here in game number 1. Here's Robertson. Blake, the last couple of years, has really moved into the top 5, I think, as far as players on the American Tour. Blake Robertson, as I think an 18-year-old, was a member of the first gold medal winning United States team back in 2009 in Nantes. So here we are 10 years later, and he's a member of the United States team once again, the men's World Cup team. This match could go either way. Of course, you have the tremendous experience of Todd LOFFREDO, and then you have the athleticism and talent of Blake Robertson. Blake will set up the snake shot here. Shot attempt knocked down by LOFFREDO, bounces back to Robertson. Another block here, but that one's going to sneak in behind LOFFREDO's goalie man, and Robertson now up 3-2. There you see Blake, now living in the Tampa, Florida area. And LOFFREDO able to knock that one in with a 5 to make it 3-3. Back 3 members of the United States men's team from Tampa, or at least that part of Florida. Tony Spredeman, Blake Robertson, and stroking it home here is Blake. 4-3 lead for Robertson, and of course Tom York. Robertson leading 4-3 here in the first game. Zoom Productions bringing you live coverage of the 2019 ITSF World Championships and World Cup. And there's LOFFREDO with a quick pull kick. So LOFFREDO hasn't done it in the traditional way. He has just been finding ways to score. He's got a goal with a 5. He's got a transition goal and then that pull kick. But now Robertson with a chance to win game number 1 as he sets it up, rocks it in snake position. Robertson back down the middle. It's 1-0. So Blake Robertson with a strong performance in game number 1 as he leads 1-0 over Todd LOFFREDO. Looks like they're going to continue play. And you saw the clock there. You get a minute and a half between games. The two players electing to go ahead and get started. Robertson will have the first possession and again finds the hole down the middle. So Blake playing relaxed and playing well here in this round of 64 men's singles match here in Zone A. Todd shooting a pin shot. Of course, those of you who are foosball fans understand that Todd LOFFREDO, one of the great pole shooters of all time. Why he is not shooting the pull shot, we have yet to ascertain. But he was able to find the hole down the middle there to make it 1-1 here in this second game. Two other Americans, Tom Yor and Tony Spredeman, playing over on Zone B. Two here in the second game. Robertson setting it up on that far goal line, sends that one down the middle. And then he did get a man on that, and it results in a possession back in goal. That looked like it might be a dead ball. Here's Blake. Tried to go with a quick slingshot off that inside wall. Looking to bank. They'll get another chance here. Robertson leads 1-0. Robertson will call time out. Ball's going to roll to a stop after being put back into play by LOFFREDO. Todd able to get a possession here. That quick shot near side again, shooting the pin shot. He's got a pretty good one. Of course, Todd LOFFREDO played for many years with the sport's greatest player, Frédéric Collignon. We had a chance to watch a guy who could shoot the pin shot and could shoot it very well on the tornado table, which is not always the case with most players. Inside bank there by Robertson. He's up 3-2. Most players have difficulty, and only a handful of great multi-table players can shoot the pin shot on the tornado. Obviously, Collignon, Robert Atha, the great British player, has a pretty good one. LOFFREDO not bad, but Todd's repertoire does not really include as many options, certainly as Frédéric Collignon. Blake Robertson in control, leading 3-2. LOFFREDO able to pick it up off the back wall. Todd tic-tacking and then does set up the pin. Has some difficulty with it. And calls timeout. Todd LOFFREDO will put the ball back into play. Trying to bring it over an angle at nice attempt. But it's taken away by Robertson, who leads 1-0 here in this round of 64 men's singles match. That one Rolls in. LOFFREDO got the left hand back there, but couldn't keep it out. And Robertson up 4-2. And LOFFREDO brings it over and angles it in. It's now 4-3 in favor of Robertson. And a chance to take a 2-0 lead right here. As Blake sets up the snake shot. That one blocked and taken away by LOFFREDO, who then hammers it back the other way and in, and suddenly we're tied at 4. Todd LOFFREDO spent the first half of his career, which began back in the mid-1970s, as now Robertson again with a chance. And up into the air and off the table here. But Todd LOFFREDO was a forward, one of the game's greatest forwards. Won his first World Championship way back in 1977 on the American Tournament Soccer Tour. And that was as a forward. But then in 1998, he paired up with a young Belgian player by the name of Frédéric Collignon. And of course the rest is history, as they won 15 World Championships together, including 12 on Tornado, a Tech Ball World title, and a couple of Garlando World Championships. And we're going to talk over something here. There is no official at the table. I don't think Blake Robertson is going to give up the ball. Perhaps LOFFREDO just a little gamesmanship here, or perhaps asking Blake to watch something, whatever it might have been. Robertson again will look to win game number 2, and he does as he comes back down the middle. It's 2 0 in favor of Robertson. And again, no delay between games. I think perhaps Todd LOFFREDO has a train to catch or something. He does not want to waste any time here. Would sure love to see LOFFREDO shooting the pull shot. But perhaps in a competition that is this long and it can be this tiring and physically challenging, maybe he's sort of pacing himself, wants to make sure he's ready for doubles, and then of course the team event. And that one's going to rattle into the goal for Robertson. Blake up 2 0, leading 1-0 here in the third. And a match played entirely on the Tornado table between 2 Americans. Don't forget, we also have cameras in zone B and C. Got a match with Tom Yor and Tony Spredeman. And the other one, Robert Atha and Takuya Kojima of Japan. And LOFFREDO now on the scoreboard here in the third. Looks like Spredeman's in control, up 2 0 in the other zone, as we now look at Blake Robertson's shot attempt blocked up into the air and off the table by LOFFREDO. Robertson able to track it down and will walk back to the table. And the ball to LOFFREDO, who has earned the right to put it back into play after that last block. Fired that one on goal. LOFFREDO doesn't get up there in time to grab the rebound. The quick advancement to the 5 by Robertson. And almost stolen away by LOFFREDO. And then back comes Robertson through the high lane. He'll look to give himself the lead. That one blocked a bit of the air and off the table, however. It remains 1-1 here in the third game. Robertson loses it. Grabbed by LOFFREDO. back by Blake. Blake Robertson leading 2-0. And there's again LOFFREDO from goal, where he has done the bulk of his scoring. He now leads 2-1. Robertson tries to go inside here. It bounces back to Blake after the block. And Robertson does find the inside hole here. We're even at 2. Robertson up 3-2. It looked like he tried to take that one out to the far side, ended up splitting LOFFREDO's defensive men. And the takeaway here by Robertson. Tried to shoot that one with a right hand on the 5, did put it on goal. There's Todd LOFFREDO sending it up the table off that back wall, and then the quick flip over far side blocked by Robertson. And taken away by Blake. Now Blake will move into the forward position, look to advance it. Instead, he angles it into the goal. It's match point for Blake Robertson. And LOFFREDO's going to sneak that pass through. It's 4-3. Chance to win it right here for Robertson. Looking to advance to the round of 32. Robertson fires it home. In 3 straight games, the American Blake Robertson defeats Todd LOFFREDO, also from the USA, to advance in the men's singles competition.
Francisco Adriano, 62-69.